In this video, I'll analyze the Q1 FY26 result and Concall of Kalyan Jewellers. So let's start with the company overview. So Kalyan Jewellers is a B2C jewelry company. In total, they have 406 stores. Out of 406 stores, 368 are in India, 36 are in Middle East, and 2 are in USA. Okay, so that is the company overview. So let's talk about the result and Concall of Kalyan Jewellers in Q1 FY26. So first of all, I'll discuss the 3 strategies they are planning to implement in their business. First, new regional brand. Second, lean credit period. Third, jewelry manufacturing hub. So let's talk about the new regional brand. So under this strategy, Kalyan will create a new subsidiary, and under this subsidiary they will create multiple brand for multiple region, like one in Maharashtra, one in Karnataka, one in Tamil Nadu, one in UP. That is how they will create multiple brands for multiple region. Okay, so what is the purpose behind doing this? Kalyan is trying to cater to those people who prefer more local jewelry designs. Okay, so that is the main purpose behind this, because as of now, if we look at Kalyan's showroom, it is a hyper local model where Kalyan keeps 30% inventory, 30% of their inventory for the local designs. Okay, for the region wise design. Whereas if we look at their new brands, okay, they will keep 100% inventory for the local designs. Okay, and by doing this, they can offer more designs to the customers. They will be able to increase their offerings. So that is the main point. And by doing this, and mainly because if we look at Kalyan is there, and in that region there are multiple region brand present, and the people who like more regional designs, where they will go? They will go to the regional brands, the regional jewelers, and that is where Kalyan is trying to capture the market share. Okay, because those regional players keep 100% inventory for the regional jewelry, regional design. So that is what Kalyan is trying to do. So that is the main point, that they will create new regional brand to cater to those people who prefers more regional design. So that is the main purpose behind creating these regional brands. Okay, so how they will create the regional brand? For the next 1 year, they will create one brand in Maharashtra, and they will open 5 COCO showrooms under that brand. Okay, and they will observe the progression of that brand in that region, and if everything goes in the right way, then the incremental expansion will come from the FOCO model. Okay, so that is one thing. So in the first half, in the first period, I mean for the initial period, they have to invest Kalyan's money, like they are expecting 300 crores of investment for this regional brand, and after that, if everything go in a right way, okay, then the incremental growth will come from the FOCO model, where they do not have to invest anything, where they do not need the extra capital. Okay, so that is one point. And after if they able to get success in the brand of Maharashtra, they'll open another one or two brand in another one or two state. So that is one point, and that is the plan they have. But in terms of the margin, these regional brands will have a lesser margin, a lesser gross margin, but in terms of the ROE, they will match the Kalyan's level. Okay, so that is what the management is expecting in terms of the parameters. Okay, the margin will be lesser, but the return ratios, ROC, will be in a similar kind of a range of Kalyan. So that is the first strategy they are trying to implement in their business. In terms of the lean credit period, so under this strategy, they will pay their vendors, their suppliers much faster than the present. Like if we look at Kalyan's payable days have been in the range of 30 to 35 days for Kalyan. Whereas after implementing this strategy, they will try to bring that payable days to 10 to 12 days. So that is the point. By doing this, they will get extra margin from their vendor, obviously, because if you pay your vendor, if you pay your supplier earlier, they will give you the extra margin. So that is one point. Because if we look at SkyGold also, SkyGold have two model. SkyGold has two model. One is the advanced gold business, one is the normal business. Okay, so if anyone does the advanced gold business with SkyGold provides extra 1 to 1.5% of margin. Okay, so that is the point. So if anyone does the advanced gold business, SkyGold provides 1 to 1.5% of extra margin, is extra discount. Okay, so that is the point, and that is the thing Kalyan is trying to do, that they will pay their vendor earlier, so their vendor is going to give them extra margin. So by implementing this strategy, they will increase their gross margin, their EBITDA margin, their PAT margin. So that is one point. Obviously, by implementing this strategy, any company is going to improve their margins. But the question is whether the ROC is improving or not. So that is the main question. Already Kalyan have done a pilot project on this strategy, and they are saying they have improved their margin, and also they have been able to increase their ROC. Okay, so that is one very important thing, that they have been able to increase their ROC by implementing this strategy. So that is what makes it very important. Okay, so that is one thing. And the main plan about this strategy is they will implement this strategy on the regional brand first, and then after that, if they get the success, they will implement this strategy in the Kalyan brand. Okay, so that is one thing they are trying to do with the lean credit period. So let's see what happens in this strategy. And the third strategy is to create a jewellery hub in Kerala. Under this strategy, they will facilitate their contract manufacturer, the small manufacturers who supply jewellery to the Kalyan brand. Okay, so that is what they are trying to do. They already got a land from the from Kerala government. Okay, on that land they will create a jewellery hub where they will facilitate the small vendors. By joining the hub, the vendor will also have a good opportunity to grow with the Kalyan, obviously. And by implementing this strategy, Kalyan's, what is the Kalyan's profit out of this strategy? The inventory management. They are saying by implementing this strategy, they will get a better inventory management. Okay, so that is one thing with the Jewellery Hub. So these are the three strategies they are trying to implement. So that is the main thing. I think the first two is the main strategy, the regional brand and the lean credit period. So that is the main thing. And obviously Jewellery Hub is a kind of a okay thing. It will not, I do not think it will make any difference in terms of the operations, except the inventory management. Okay, so that is the thing with the Jewellery Hub. So let's talk about the result. So in this quarter they grew their revenue by 31%, and if we look at their past, they have been growing at a similar range of 30 to 40% for last several quarters. So in this quarter also they have grew their PAT by 31%, which is a good kind of a rate. So that is one point. And in this quarter they improved their started revenue by 30%. Okay, so that is another good thing, that they grew their started ratio by 30%. In terms of the SSSG, in this quarter the SSSG was at 18%, India SSSG. So in terms of SSSG also, that is okay kind of a SSSG, no complaint about that. So that is the point with the SSSG. So let's talk about the margins. In terms of gross margin and EBITDA margin, if we look at their past few quarters, these parameters have been flat, okay, for last few quarters. So that is one point, but the question is why? The main reason behind this is the FOCO model. Because if we look at the FOCO model, the gross margin and EBITDA margin are lesser in the FOCO model than the COCO model, whereas the PAT margin of FOCO model is greater than the COCO model. So that is why we can see that the gross margin and EBITDA margin have been flat over last few quarters, mainly because of the FOCO model. Because we can see the incremental growth is coming from the FOCO model, and as of now FOCO model is contributing around 43% to their whole revenue. So that is the main reason behind the flat margin. So I do not think anything is wrong, because as long as the PAT margin will increase, it is fine. Okay, because that is what is the most important thing for the shareholder. PAT margin should increase. Okay, so that is the thing. So no complaint about that. So in this quarter they grew their PAT by 49%, which is a very good kind of a growth. I mean, in the last few quarters the operating leverage has been missing from their results, but in this quarter they got the operating leverage. So that is a very good thing. They grew their PAT by 49%. Okay, and they grew their sales by 31%, which is like very good. Okay, I mean the PAT growth. In terms of the PAT margin, if we look at their past, as I said also, that in the FOCO model the PAT margin is greater than the COCO model. So obviously if we look at their past, they have been improving their PAT margin for last few quarters, and which is very good. That is the thing with the PAT margin. In terms of the showroom, they opened 18 showroom in this quarter, and their plan is to open 170 showroom for the whole year of FY26. As I said in the business updates video also, that to reach that number of 170, they have to open 50 showroom per quarter, which is like little hard to do it, because in their past they have not done this anytime. Okay, so that is why I am saying that it is little hard to achieve. There is still no clarity about the showroom expansion, that how many showrooms is going to come in which quarter. So still that is a gray area, that is a question mark, that how are they are going to open 170 showroom. So that is the point, and that is why in the business series update also, business update series also, I said that I reduced my position in Kalyan by 20-25%, and still I am there. So that is the point, because I am not getting the clarity. So that is the point. And in this Concall also there was no discussion about the showroom expansion. So let's see how they be able to open this kind of showroom. So let's see what happens. So I do not think anything is wrong in this company. All are going in a right direction. Absolutely. Just a problem is the showroom opening number. So let's see what happens. The management is confident about 170 showrooms in this whole year. So let's see what happens. So in terms of the opportunity also, I do not think there is any problem. But we have to observe the new strategy they are implementing in the next few quarters, which is very important. So I do not think I have anything to say about it. Let's see what happens. That is what I can say. So that's it for the video. Thanks for watching.